Kirk Duckwall here with Mastermind the Market, your real estate stats update for the Twin Cities area. Well, are you aware of our shadow market out there? So this last week when I was doing our brokerage meeting, our mastermind that we do every Monday with all the other agents in the company, we were talking about how crazy the market is and these properties that are going into this 15 or 20 or more offers. But I was kind of mentioning there's a whole bunch of other houses that are out there that are an option to buyers. And that's kind of what I'm referring to as the shadow market, and maybe the things that you might want to focus on, because about half of our market is insane. It's crazy. But if we looked at our pending sales as the company, and about half of them were homes that were only on the market for a couple of days. But if you look at the other half, they were homes that were on the market for 6 days or more. So when looking at active properties, and looking at a broader area. So what I ended up doing was pulling up the large portion of the South Metro. I'm going to show you that here. We can see there is a large segment of our marketplace that is on the market. So here's a bunch of homes that are day zero, just came on the market, but we scroll down just a little bit and we start finding a whole ton of homes that have been on the market longer. And you can see here's a bunch. So I ended up doing $300,000 to $400,000 price range. Here's a whole bunch of houses that are on more than that 7-day mark. And, even some of them are starting to do price reductions. Now, a lot of people are like, oh, well, what's wrong with the house? Well, it may be as simple as they just priced too high. And honestly, I would rather be looking at a home that may be priced 15 grand, 20 grand too high and be able to have it be negotiable versus a home that priced really low and to have it go 50,000 higher. And you can actually end up getting the better buy with that one that maybe just overshot a little bit and negotiated down to fair market range versus one that's super competitive that ends up going above fair market range. So something to keep an eye on as buyers out there. But this is also a notable point, how many homes that actually fall into this category. And a lot of it has to do with what's going on with interest rates. So there is a big segment of homes that is hanging out longer out there. So if we look at the bond market over the last week, we can see a big rise kind of midweek in where that bond market was, dropped off a little bit and then kind of came back up. Well, that's playing into interest rates with another rise week over week, where we were at a 4.16 with points up to a 4.42, again with points. So you may be seeing rates without points closer to 4.5 or 4.75. So this is having a direct impact into our marketplace. It is going to take a little longer for it to fully play out, kind of as mentioned in last week's video. If we look at that showings per week per listing, it did end up actually jumping up a little bit, 9.08. That's for the 250 to 500K range in the Minneapolis-St. Paul area, up to 9.12. So this is still a really good showing rate that's out there. However, looking in comparison to where it was last year, with total showing 6414 down to 4606. So that's that rate's playing into it. So yes, inventory is lower, and that's helping with this showings per listing average, but there just are not as many buyers in the market this year. Looking at a few other notable points, we can see new listings did end up dropping off week over week, was at 1453 down to 1313. Pending sales on the rise, up from 1132 to 1174. And inventory actually went up a little bit finally. Went from 4,590 up to 4,671. But I would not be surprised to see that drop back off a little bit this coming week. So when we look at the market meter, we are still in that 10 extreme sellers market range. However, I would not be surprised, as mentioned in last week's video, the next 30 days or so to start to see that come off of that. So for sellers, you may be wanting to get your home on the market within the next 30 days to still take advantage of a pretty extreme seller's market. But for buyers, relief is coming. And keep an eye, again, on that shadow market out there. If you found this video valuable, make sure you click on that subscribe button, like and share this video as well. Also, if you like this information, check out our Twin Cities Real Estate Show. That's on the CW23 at 6:30 Saturday mornings, or on KSTC Saturdays at 6, or anytime at twincitiesrealestateshow.com. Everybody, have a great week.